Hey guys, welcome back to Infamous Builds again. As I promised, I'm going to get another video out for you guys. This one's going to be again on the new twin turbo 6-speed Supra that I picked up, the 1994. This video is going to be going all over the issues that I'd like to fix. Not all of them I can really show because once I really get my head into something, I don't stop, unfortunately. So like when I'm detailing the car, I just never think to pick up a camera or anything like that. And I also like making one-take videos instead of having it choppy, all these transitions, stuff like that, like every other YouTuber has. Even though it may lead to better quality, that's what I like, so whatever. But so yeah, without any further ado, we'll kind of get into the negatives of the car, what I'll be fixing and or what needs to be done to make it perfect. Don't know that I will be making it perfect, but nonetheless, things that I'm kind of nitpicky about. So we'll go ahead and start in the interior here. So looking here, nothing too crazy. So one of the biggest things off the bat, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like greenish, the shifter lockout or the reverse lockout. It's like a greenish tinge to it. I'd like to get rid of that. I need to go through the whole thing, clean it all. Yeah, we got some free change with it. Kind of nice. I need to recondition the leather. This is savable. But other than that, like, there's a hole under me in the driver's seat, but the rear seats are absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. There's a little nick in the door panel, which I won't be fixing. The passenger's handle there is broken off. I have another one I'll be putting in. Yeah, the dash isn't perfect. Supras have the minor like warpage all over the dash, and this was a Florida car, so it was in the Florida heat. There's a little bit of, like, it just the line isn't exactly perfect, which isn't bad. I've seen much worse, so I'm not going to fix that. But, yeah, I may actually dye the carpets black. I'm not sure. I don't know, the tan just really doesn't do it for me, especially with black floor mats. But anyways, oh, another thing, we've got this aftermarket head unit, if I can find it's an old Kenwood unit. I'm not a fan. Depending what I do with the car, if I end up taking it on road trips, stuff like that, I don't think I'm going to, don't think I'm really going to be using, well, I will be using the radio. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back out into the outside. So as you can see, the paint is this beautiful, minus all the orange peel, beautiful purple. It looks black on the outside, but unfortunately it sat outside in a performance shop. I already buffed this over here, but unfortunately it sat not outside, but like by a garage door, so the paint kind of got baked on the top. So the Targa was just horrid. Like, it was worse than this. But I brought it back, as you can see. I wish my lights really showed the pearl on this paint better. It is quite beautiful, or not pearl, the metallics. But yeah, so this I'm going to be fixing hopefully this week, actually. It's one of my biggest goals, is to have it looking as clean as possible. The wing, it's a carbon insert. You can kind of see some of the weave. It's not great, but needs to be sanded down and re-cleared. Probably. I don't think that's buffable. But there's a little crack in the bumper. It looked like somebody tried to push it, or maybe somebody even bumped into it in the driveway or whatever. Not a big deal. It's not in the bumper. It's just in the paint. Let's see here. The antenna is supposedly fell through down into the ground. Not into the ground, but into the bottom of the quarter panel, so I need to figure out what's going on there. It does need new tires. They're just worn out, which actually might make for a good video, if you know what I mean. But so there was a little bit of hazing like this on the top of the quarter panel. Buff that out. Also on the top of the door, buff that out. Paint quality is just not fantastic. There's a lot of scratches. I'm not going to be able to get everything out. Headlights are yellowed. Would like to get those redone, or will be getting those redone, on top of everything else on the exterior. The hood also has some heat baking. Not sure why. That's going to be a really easy fix, but not too worried about that. Everything metal was polished in here at one point. Turbo is still in decent condition, could use a cleanup. Valve covers were polished. Intake was polished. Fuel rail was polished. The radiator hose, the radiator was polished. The swirl pot was polished, or overflow. So we're going to repolish all that stuff. Eventually. It's going to take time. Eventually. Not a big thing on my list. One of the big things on my list, though, is there's this relocation for the power steering reservoir, and it's leaking all over the place. Power steering pump is fine. Rack is fine. The rest of the high pressure and low pressure lines are fine. But that's leaking. Does not currently have wiper blades, but working on that. Previous owner still has them, just has not gotten them to me. It's missing this little defrost vent here. I believe I have one, so I think I'm definitely going to be putting one in there one way or another, but I think I have one, so easy fix, hopefully. As you can see, there's more up here of the paint fade. Trying to think what more. Oh, I guess we'll go ahead and head into the trunk. Another thing, the trunk is kind of bare. I mean, it has one of the side panels and the rear panel, which is frustrating because I have these parts, I just don't want to use them. So I'm gonna have to end up figuring that out, or if the previous owner has them. Hopefully he does. He should, since he's owned this car for like 7 years, or had owned this car for 7 years. Also, there's that vent right there that's broken on the dash. Like I said, we already talked about the seats. I guess I'll show you the hole really quick on the driver's seat. Not really that big of a deal, in my opinion, but there's a hole there. Yeah, a little nick there again. Nothing major. Trying to think what else. The rotors are a little rusty, but that'll clean off with driving. I would say most of the things that need to be done are cosmetic. There's a couple mechanical things here and there. Kind of the biggest thing that you guys haven't seen, I'll go ahead and walk over and show you. It's already done. It's already in the car, but the transmission was blown when I got this thing. I mean blown. I'll turn the camera on. So this is what we're dealing with. The second gear is shot, and then this gear up here, I don't know what you would call that gear, but the intermediate shaft is shot because of that. That's a piece of the intermediate shaft. The original V160 is dead. It's fixable. In talks with some people that can help me fix it. I don't know that I want to. I may end up just parting it out and helping other people save their transmissions. I don't know. We'll see. I put a different transmission in the car that was out of a 1998, if I remember right, with low miles. No issues with it whatsoever. Got a really great deal from a buddy, but yeah, so that was kind of the biggest issue when we got the car, was the transmission. We didn't know about the issues with the paint. I mean, we knew it was a little faded, but we didn't know it was that bad. And no faults to the previous owner, because that wasn't his thing, is dealing with paint. His main thing was boats, which is fine. But yeah, those are kind of the biggest things that I'm looking at getting taken care of. The exhaust is another one. The HKS Supra Dragger is not currently on the car. It's an open, right where it should be connected to the HKS Supra Dragger. It's just not back on yet. I have everything to do so except for a rubber hanger, which won't be a big deal. But trying to think what else here. One of the transmission bolts on the very top I still have to get in, which is not a big deal. All the other transmission bolts are in, torqued down, everything else like that. yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I'm pretty sure that's everything that I'm planning on fixing anyways immediately. The taillights have some slight spider cracking in them. Maybe I'll replace those. They're in great condition other than that spider cracking, which just happens with heat and time in these cars. It's really common. So it doesn't matter if it's 1997, 1998, or 1993 to 1996 taillights. It all does the same. Oh, I guess one other quick thing is the wheels I would like to get repolished too. May get another set of wheels. We'll see what happens there, but just would like to get it on the road and drivable, cruisable, everything else like that before I really get too nitpicky on it. I also need a better battery holder. That is kind of a big thing. The battery hold down / box is horrible. But anyways, thanks again for watching, guys. I think that's going to conclude this video. I don't want to keep rambling on. I know I already have. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll hopefully have a startup, maybe a driving video soon if it rains and washes the salt off of the roads. Otherwise, you'll see it next summer, or you'll see it in storage. We'll do a starting video and some other stuff maybe. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.